Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. I've been wanting to get this video for a good few days now. Look, my life was somewhat blown up by my computer blowing up and my channel being getting a strike. But you know, I managed to overcome these things. So if you're watching this when it goes out, it's going out on Friday, the 29th of April. But it'll probably be going out on the 30th and the 1st on my main channel. If you're watching when it went out on my backup channel on Rumble, thank you very much. If you can share it, oh, that is so good. Thank you very much. But if you're watching it next week, enjoy, baby, enjoy. So what makes this so absolutely fascinating is we are in a very different place now from when it was written to now, right? It was written in July 2017, which was the beginnings, I think, of the culture war, the real beginnings of the hot war that we've been experiencing. It got crazy during 2016, but I think most people thought, well, this is just normal election insanity, right? It's turbocharged because it was Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. People figured that people will start to calm down and things will go back to normal. No, that was just the off-ramp, the launch ramp for the culture war. But, you know, we now know a lot of things that we all suspected was a bunch of porky pies, a bunch of lies, right? That's Karney Shomron slang for you. That have been completely proved to be the case. The Hunter Biden laptop being Russian disinformation, no. He's a crack-addled, sexually deviant, weird person, very, very connected to the President of the United States, and they shared a bank account. Doesn't matter, I'm not going to go into details. You know, what about lockdowns? Yeah, lockdowns did nothing, as it turns out. The vaccine, I think I might, do I have 3 or 4? I really don't know, but who cares? It's over. Like, you know, all the restrictions are over, and they could have been over, I think, a lot quicker. But anyway, we're on the other side of things now, and we've been gaslit a lot. We've been told things up is down and black is white. If you don't like it, there's something wrong with you. So we're going to look at one of these articles that did that when people still had some area of belief, right? Area of belief before they really sowed it. This is before the Jodie Whittaker era started. Before I realized how bad things were going to be, right? It was like Jodie Whittaker, Doctor Who, and Star Wars, not Rise of Skywalker, Last Jedi, all at the same time. It was not a good time. It was not a fun time. Anyway, we're going to be looking at it because, oh boy, did that age badly. Did it age very badly? Yes, indeed it is. Fine, before we get into it, can you hit the like button? That'll be fan-tabby double dozy. Can you hit the share button? Fan-tabby double dozy. Can you hit that subscribe button? Oh, that is so good. Wherever you are, if you're on my main channel, if you're on my backup channel, if you're on Rumble, oh, wouldn't it be great? Listen, as you know, I am a bit of a Bible thumper. If the good Lord is taking requests, may I request that you smite YouTube so we can all just move on to Rumble, and I think that will just make life better for everybody, right? Make life better for like a ton of people, especially me. I mean, I think it'll make life worse for that many, but for me, it'll make life better. So thank you very much. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. We have to show the algorithms that this sort of content is something that you're interested in. Although I am hoping that the whole throttling is going to be over very soon. Literally, as soon as the ink was dry on the Elon Musk deal, mine and everybody I know, Twitter followers, just went crazy. Boom, double, triple. They must have had some algorithm in there that they knew they were going to be seen, and they were cleaning up. I think that might be coming to YouTube too. You know why? Because I think Twitter's going to make a lot more money than all of them put together, and their shareholders are going to be like, no, thank you. We would rather have money than to be crusaders for your bizarre calls, right? Whatever bizarre calls that you're into today. No, we would rather just, the money we paid for those shares, we would like those to accrue in value. That'd be very, very nice. So I really think this is the beginning of massive change. I'm very much looking forward to it. But anyway, that being said, if the good Lord wants to smite YouTube, I'm fine with it. I'm totally fine with it. Like, share, subscribe, comment, sign up to my Substack. That's the best way of keeping in contact. If you ever see me stop making videos, videos, just check my social media, right? Or sign up to Substack. I unless I tell you I'm going away, I'm not going away. That is the basic rule. Fine, like, share, subscribe, comment, Substack. I have a paid Substack. I'm hopefully getting content out on that. Hopefully tomorrow. I can keep saying that on videos, but hopefully tomorrow. And if I haven't said comment, please comment, because that does help. And share. Oh boy, sharing really, really does help. Fine, let's look at this article. Sexist Doctor Who haters! Actually, there are people who love Doctor Who. Don't just deserve a scorn. Oh no. No, they deserve much more. They need it. Oh, we're helping them. We're helping them not be icky, wicky bigots. And that is the mentality that has driven the destruction of our culture, right? Now we're helping them. Excuse me, who elected you to help? Don't ignore the haters. They're male fragility. Another complete inversion of reality. There isn't male fragility. There isn't white fragility. There is liberal fragility. There is trans fragility, right? If you're trans, apparently you cannot coexist with somebody who thinks that penises are intrinsically male, right? You can't do it. Now listen, I'm very, very friendly with lots of people who believe Jesus was the Lord and Savior and Messiah, right? That's not really my bag, man, okay? You know, like, I like that we all have basically similar, outlooks on faith and life, but, like, you know, that's really different from the way I view things. So much so that people who viewed it that way, you used to tie me up to poles and set me on fire. It's called the Crusades. Not me personally, but you know, and like, this was a very severe difference of opinion. Listen, we're all friends now. Water under the bridge, mate. What do you want me to tell you? But that, you know, that's the idea. So there isn't male fragility. There isn't white fragility. When they say white fragility, it's when a white person objects to you lying about some kind of racial statistics to make a bogus point. Yeah, no, that's not fragility. That's some kind of weird connection to truth and reality. Saying that people, like the writers of the article, don't really have that much. Buckle down and crush them! And that's what we saw, isn't it, in Fandom? That's exactly the mentality we saw in Fandom. Crush them and make them feel small. I mean, honestly, if you read the Nuremberg laws, there's very little difference between how those naughty National Socialists started off in treating Jews badly and the stunning and brave fans of this glorious era that has failed completely, treated normal fans. You're doing them a favor. Or tell me, Matthew Rosa. Let me tell you. Let's find out why you're doing us a favor. If you hadn't noticed, and good on you if you don't, there's been a considerable sexist backlash against the BBC announcement that the first time in 54 years a woman would step into the role of the Doctor in the British sci-fi series Doctor Who. Now, at this time, I was on the fence about the matter. I thought, no, I wasn't on the fence. I was on board, right? I was like, okay, let's give it a try. I mean, it seemed like the obvious thing to do. I'm sure they're not going to piss away this opportunity and just full it for some obnoxious agenda and forget all storytelling possibilities. I'm sure that's not going to happen. Now, that's exactly what did happen. And all the naysayers, they were absolutely right. They were proved completely correct, weren't they? That this wasn't just let's try having a woman be Doctor Who. That's going to be really interesting, different. No. It was a symptom of a malaise called platforming, right? It was, and platforming is when you take an existing successful franchise and you use it as a platform for your ideology. And almost always when that happens, the story writing quality just falls away completely. I'm doing very, very deep dive reviews of Jodie Whittaker's first season right now, and they are truly, epically awful beyond awful. I mean, just on a technical level of writing, it's shocking how bad they are. Because making sense and not having plot holes isn't important. It's all about the message, baby. And do you remember what happened when people started noticing the message? You know, that oh, what are you reading into it? You're just a bigot. Okay, all this gaslighting. It's not going to work anymore, mate. It's not going to work anymore. And then when it stopped working, what do? They banned you from every Facebook group possible, right? Yes, that's exactly what happened. Did it work out? Did this Doctor Who get cleave to the bosom of the viewing public? No, they hated it because it just didn't reflect reality in any way. Was it on top of a number of editorials in various newspapers on various websites decrying the move? Some outlets underhandedly published. Oh, that's wrong. Published new photos of the incoming Doctor. That's gross. Okay, firstly, who would want that? Oh God. I mean, I it's not the first time I would have called Miss Whittaker anti-Viagra, right? Who would want that? That really sounds disturbingly awful, right? That's it. I didn't see any way to describe it. Disturbingly awful. But this guy's full of crap. What am I saying? This guy is full of crap. Who knows? I mean, I remember something surfacing around the time, but I don't think it was any like real outlet, was it? Well, no, it wasn't a. Was it? Yeah, listen, probably a salacious outlet, and if it was like something like the Sun or something, it wouldn't be fully new. They would have covered things over, otherwise they'll get in trouble, wouldn't they? I don't know. Jodie, from her past on-screen roles. Okay, well, that's weird. Yet it was on social media accounts that predominantly male individuals. You mean what? The vast majority of the people who like Doctor Who. Okay, then. Individuals, and that one saw the most vitriolic and hyperbolic negative reactions to Whittaker's casting because they were all right. They were all completely correct, right? What next? A gay doctor? Yes, actually, yes, that is the a lesbian doctor. Yes, that's 100%. That's what everybody's saying. Again. This was back at the time when if you said, modern feminist dogma now says that men can have periods, they would have laughed at you, even though factually that's exactly what went on, right? This whole push for non-traditional sexuality, where's it got to now? Grooming children. Yeah. No, children need to learn about their sexuality when they're 4 and 5 years old. There's nothing creepy or weird about that. Now, put this in your mouth, would you, Sonny? It's just not good, is it? I think reactions to Whittaker's casting. So this one person, okay, it doesn't really seem that many. What next? The gay doctor? Yes. A lesbian doctor? We'll have that right now, right? We 100% have that now. Who knows what the BBC will do for political correctness? They will destroy themselves. They will literally, and I mean literally, destroy themselves, right? Because I don't know what. Wouldn't you love to hear some exit interviews with these weirdos, and get real answers like, why do you think Britain's racist? Well, because of Brexit and Trump and this but wasn't the leader of the Labour Party, the left-wing party, the party on the right side of history, a huge racist? No, that was all smears. But he said all those racist things, right? No, that's out of context. No, actually, I'm reading it completely in context. He's always favoured people who hate Jews, hasn't he? No, it's just coincidence. I mean, honestly, this is all what happened. A furious reactor reminds one of the sexist backlash to casting the female leads in recent Ghostbusters reboot. No, okay. People groaned because they thought it was political correctness. They gave the movie a chance, much like they gave Jodie Whittaker. 10.96 million first episode, 2.2 latest episode. That's about the normal ratio of how many people you lose when you have this platforming, right? Jon Stewart's new show, The Problem, right? The Problem started off with what? Few 100,000 viewers, not that many, but a few 100,000, went down to under 40, right? It's just such an incredible flop. And the sexist backlash on the all-female screaming of Wonder Woman? What? Nobody minded that, although Wonder Woman 84 was hot garbage. Wonder Woman, the first one, was fantastic, and you could sort of get sense Zack Snyder's fingers in it. Made a big difference. And the sexist backlash to females critics trying to increase women's role in video games. Off. Okay. Make your own video games, right? And see how they sell. Did anybody buy The Last of Us 2? No. No. And again, when you put more women in video games, then you made them look like men. Because there's no difference in women and men now, is there? And effective backlash to the creation of the female lead in the new Star Wars trilogy. It's what experts call a trend. Well, what would you know about expertise? What have you been right about, mate? It looks like absolutely nothing. And again, how did that work out? How did it work out? They got $1 billion hotel in Florida, I think. That's going to be like the Heaven's Gate of hotels. Heaven's Gate was a movie that failed so badly it bankrupted the studio. No one's going to spend $6,000 on 2 nights on the sequel trilogy garbage that nobody really likes or cares about. Star Wars, we had Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia, and everybody had their own function. In this one, it's all Ray, baby. Everything's way. I mean, my God, they should have just called her Mary Sue. The term male fragility comes to mind. The word liberal fragility really comes to mind, doesn't it? The thing, as one would expect, to the tendency of many men to feel threatened whenever women begin to make progress toward gender equality. Where is there not gender equality in 2017? Honestly, where was there not? Well, Donald Trump won the election and not the most qualified candidate. What? Hillary Clinton. We're watching right now what would have happened with Hillary Clinton. Really? Why do you sign everything to sexism, racism? You know why you do? I'll tell you exactly why this guy does it. Because everything he says is full of shit. Everything he says is bollocks that doesn't make any sense whatsoever and cannot stand up to the most minute examination. So they can't have any intellectual questioning of it whatsoever. It's all going to be purely emotional. Say, right? And again, what's it done for society? We in a better place now than we were in 2017? We're really not, aren't we? So again, I love the way they're reading it. Men feel threatened. No, it's not a question about feeling threatened. It's taking things that men love, fundamentally changing them because you don't like men and you basically just want to punish men, and in the process destroying the thing. Right? That's who you are. That's what you've done. And we've seen it over and over again, right? I see they got Donald Trump days coming up. Of course. It's a growing, almost unavoidable theme, both in pop and political culture. Last year it managed to unite the ideological disparate men from Donald Trump to Julian Assange in a quest to defeat Hillary Clinton's presidency. A candidacy. Okay, let's just say the things we know, right? Okay, she had a off the books email server in a house that was hacked by many foreign security services, Russia, China. They all had complete. Why was it off books? Could it possibly be because she was selling influence, much like Joe Biden was doing at the same time? Right? Could it possibly be that? And then when Benghazi happened, when she screwed up so badly and didn't take care of her job, that the ambassador to Libya was raped to death because she couldn't be bothered to pick up the phone. Literally, he was raped to death. That's not a good way to go. And he was a gay guy, so I think was not the way to go. Even if somebody does like how can I put this? A bit of uphill gardening. But because she's so then what happened to happen, because they would be an investigation. She bleep bitched the entire server, got rid of everything, took hammers to the phone so nobody could trace them. All of this are unmistakable crimes, but it doesn't matter because she's a woman and she was standing and she was bad. She lost because she was awful. Right? My son at the time said if it was anybody else running about against anybody else, the other person would 100% lose. Like, it was anybody else versus Hillary Clinton would lose. It was anybody else versus Donald Trump, no question, Donald Trump would lose, right? Yeah, anybody, literally. I think they're right. I think he was right. So you're saying that the reason Trump became president was because of sexism? Maybe he had better policy ideas, right? Again, let's A-bit. We had Obama, war, stagnation, economic collapse. Donald Trump, economic boom, peace, security throughout the world, like the best economy we've ever seen. Then Joe Biden, the most incredible inflation, crash, war, misery, you name it, it's all happened, right? It's all happened. Maybe it's just because people didn't like living like this. Maybe because people wanted to have a good economy, right? Maybe that would have been nice. And maybe it wasn't because they're scared of vaginas, because they're not. And you're full of shit. Okay? In the past, it has thwarted women's progress on a number of walks of life. What? Okay, if anybody's not being hired because they're a woman, let me know. I'm with you. I don't think there should be people should be prohibited. Yet. It is perhaps this, when this language turns on pop culture narratives, that male fragility seems particularly fertile and, well, pathetic. How you doing with the destruction of CNN? That going down well for you? Right? How are you going with the world? You feel a bit pathetic? Were you one of the people crying about Twitter? That's a bit pathetic, isn't it? Yeah, sad. Again, I'm sorry, I love Doctor Who. I don't need to explain myself to you. I love Doctor Who. I've always loved Doctor Who. And I don't really see why it's to anybody's benefit to use it as a platform when you're no longer going to make it about story anymore. It destroyed it. It has absolutely destroyed Doctor Who. So much so, Rusty Davis came in. Again, 2.2 viewers, 2.2 million viewers. Probably got closer to 2.2 actually. But it failed. Your whole way of life has failed. Your whole outlook has failed. I love seeing if you're so smug on this one, but the thing is, the truth is they still are, aren't they? They completely ignore every one of their insane failures. These poor guys, I guess it's the easiest way to say it when you've had 95% of the majority of major superhero roles. All the characters in video games, that 80% feels like a terrible, terrible loss. Again, how have these franchises fared by making them feminine? How's it worked out? It's not good, is it? Really? I mean, I can't believe how destroyed Star Wars is. I don't think they can rebuild Star Wars, right? I really, genuinely speaking, don't think they could ever rebuild Star Wars now. No, certainly not what it was before they got their hands on it. Says Scientologist Michael Kimmel Michael Kimmel with an interview with Salon. That's it's settled science then, isn't it? It feels like you've completely lost power and the other side is taking over. Well, it's not because nobody actually thought about it in terms of losing power. We saw you just screwing up. We saw you fucking up with things that we cared about, right? Fucking it up massively, right? It wasn't about, oh no, I don't have control of it. It's about you fucking it up, right? You fucked it up. You fucked up Doctor Who. You fucked up DC Comics. You fucked up Marvel Comics. You fucked up Star Wars. You fucked up Star Trek. You fuck up everything that you come anywhere near. It's not about power, it's about you fuck everything up because you are a useless, brainless cunt. Oh, I feel a bit better for that. Amazingly, you're wrong. Sociologist Michael Kimmel. I can only imagine what it was like for a hereditary and aristocracy after the French Revolution. You know what it was like? Okay, if you want to see what it's like when people lose power and freak out, look at Twitter, right? Look at Twitter right now. What is this meltdown about? Oh, it's not going to be safe! What is this meltdown about? I'll tell you exactly what the meltdown is about. If you've lived in a world of privilege, then the idea of having equality is terrifying. Right? And that's what it is. They have lived in a world of privilege since 2017, since 2016. The idea of having equality with people is terrifying. And I would say a little bit pathetic. He added, men have a remarkable ability to identify with fictional characters. Well, no, the way men review characters and women are different. I know you don't like men and women being different, but men and women are different. The way men view characters is when they're kids, they play act the characters. They take the characters onto themselves. They become Han Solo, right? So that's why male characters have very defined characteristics. Female characters very, very different. As little girls imprint themselves onto the character. Imagine if Princess Buttercup was me, not if I was Princess Buttercup. Do you see the difference? Right? And so that's why they have characters with very little character traits, so you can imprint yourselves on them. Didn't nobody teach you this at sociology school? I can't even say it. Sociological school. Didn't nobody teach you that? No, I didn't think so. So these become our readers, our guys, our heroes. Well, they were, because we were the ones who liked them, right? But again, your whole premise of it being, oh no, we're losing power. No, we don't like you fucking up things that we like. You like things. Imagine I bought The Guardian and turned it into a right-wing tabloid. Would you like that? Would you? The big thing right now is school teachers into 5-year-olds in schools. If they're trans, they gotta talk about their junk, right? If they don't, it's holding them back, and they gotta put flags up. Imagine this. Imagine that you had a teacher who was a devout Christian, and she put Christian verses up and Christian posters up, and would take any opportunity to talk about her faith. Do you think they would be so like, oh yes, you gotta be who you are? No, they will stomp all over that in a second. Why? Because they are complete hypocrites, aren't they? And suddenly to possibly consider that a woman might be able to identify with the character. Women have always been able to identify with Doctor Who, right? With these characters. It's seen as startling. It's frightening. Okay, can you give me citation for this bullshit? That's the thing they never... How do you know this to be true, right? I think you're full of shit, right? And the reason I think you're full of shit is I'm looking at the results of your bullshit, and I just see utter devastation. So that's one level of it, I think. Well, I'm glad you think that. You're wrong, right? And that's the idea. That's the idea that we're so fragile that the possibility of anything resembling equality is a revolution, and they're taking over Twitter. Right? That's why you're viewing equality on Twitter in such a terrified way. You've described yourself. Better liberal fragility. We've all seen that recently, isn't it? Kimmel's perspective helps us to understand why there's no point in trying to reason with individuals. Yeah, don't go to logical arguments. Yeah, they say never ever try and talk to them, because they're going to hand you their ass, right? That's what's going to happen, because you have not a leg to stand on. There's no point in trying to reason with individuals who display these sexist behaviors. While these men may claim to operate from a rational perspective, like you, again, look at the fucking world you've made, you piece of shit, right? Well, they may kind of, but the fact is their underlying motive is emotional and a selfish one, namely trying to maintain perceived cultural power that gives them unfair advantages over women. What are these unfair advantages? Can you establish anything? No, but you never do you? You never do. Renders the entire exercise of fundamentally pointless. That's why I say I'm not even going to talk to you. The reason you're not going to talk to me is you're wrong, and you know you're wrong, and you've lived in a cloud of smug for years and years and years, and now that cloud's probably being broken, right? Elon Musk is breaking that cloud. Listen, it's not nice to gloat. It's not nice to gloat, but watching you act the way that you said other people had acted when they didn't is really just the justice of that. Mwah. Absolute wonderful. The fact they're online with blah 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 blah. Just like you would never convince the vast majority of medieval monarchs that the fans cannot deserve more economic and political power. I love the way they put in academia to make themselves feel like they're smart. Yeah, there's many, many idiots at university. So too, you will never convince these bro flakes that women deserve more cultural power. Again, Can you in any way establish that, right? Like, can you? What's your citation? Like, what are you basing this on? Other than you being an idiot. It also reveals the degree in which these individuals are indeed pathetic. Okay, this is what I'm doing now. At the end of this video, I'm putting a little montage of people crying over Twitter. So then we'll see what pathetic actually looks like. Say what you will about the French aristocracy during the revolution, but at least the revolution did indeed pose a legitimate threat to power. By contrast, if you're a male pop culture fan who feels threatened by the casting of a woman, we're not threatened. We feel like you're going to turn it into shit. And I want to be clear, I wasn't even one of those people. I wish I was, but I wasn't. I believed your bullcrap, right? They were scared you were going to turn it into shit, and they were absolutely right. Because you fuck everything that you touch. Talking about the Doctor, I was women in Ghostbusters. Have you seen the Lady Ghostbusters? It was shit. It wasn't funny. It was boring. Ghostbusters Afterlife, pretty darn good. Just got a sequel, I heard. The Doctors and Women as Ghostbusters. That means you are so devoid of purpose and substance that you personally identify with fictional characters to an unhealthy degree. Darling, I think the only one healthy in this conversation might be you, right? Seeing as you are completely mentally ill. The power these men think is being taken away from me is fictional. And again, no, it's not power. It's the fiction that they enjoyed, right? They're upset only because, quite literally, they have no lives. Again, how's it going with Elon Musk buying Twitter? You okay with that, or did you leave the app? Oh, I hope you left the app. But you're going to come back to the app within 2 or 3 days because you're going to see what people are saying about you. You can't survive without it. And so some on both the right and left argue we should leave these man babies to stew in their own tears. Man babies have been proved completely correct at this point, right? Only the response to critiques such as of such instances of male fragility in the realm of pop culture, you'll hear somebody say, if you ignore them, they'll go away. But history teaches us something quite different. If only we could ignore you and you would have gone away. Indeed, the only way to make them disappear is keep aggressively fighting their bigotry! Yes! Both crush them into nothing! Until, as successive generations follow one another, it dissipates completely. That was the plan. That was the plan, right? Did it work out? No, because human beings are wired differently to the way you think, because you're wrong about everything. If anything, the recent Doctor Who row should make us realize just how important it is to draw attention to these individuals' comments. The best approach is to apply more pressure until the men themselves quack and walk away from their keyboards. That's why, right? That's what they were doing. Look in the mirror at the women look in the mirror and at the women they love in their lives, or try to be the kinds of people women could love, since they have likely failed in that task. I have many children. I've been married to one woman for my life. She's the only person I ever touched. I mean, married, obviously, but most people have very functional lives. I'm guessing that you don't, right? I'm guessing this might be a little bit of projection. Yeah, could be. And begin to think better, to think differently, think like you. Because let's just reiterate, you were wrong, right? You were wrong. Yes, perhaps yes, much of what motivates these men stem from economic fears or from terror of knowing that late capitalism has abandoned them. How did capitalism go down during the Trump years? Oh, pretty darn good. Yeah, capitalism has abandoned them because we said, people aren't going to buy this crap if you don't make it how people would like it. They're not going to buy it, right? They're not going to buy it. And they're like, we don't care. We don't care. Capitalism has passed you by. You care now that you're broke, right? The BBC's about to go under, I think. Who cares? Doctor Who's not owned by the BBC anymore. That's how well you've done. And that women are indeed starting to share at least some of their already diminished power. Again, what is the barrier to entry for anything for a woman in today's society, in 2017 society? What was the barrier for entry? Okay, no, there was none. They don't deserve our respect, and they don't deserve our sympathy. What they deserve is our scorn. It might just be what they need. How'd that work out then? How'd that work out? You are a blithering moron. So he's talked a lot about white fragility. I'm actually going to go to the time and pull up a bunch of it, a few examples of liberal fragility. I hope you enjoy watching them because they're just wonderful. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.
Well, it looks like Twitter's gone. They accepted the money, and Elon Stalin is taking over. So fuck you, Twitter, and goodbye forever, you insane Q-like forum. Or soon to be insane like Q-like forum. Peace out! Bye!
Elon Musk, this is directly to you. Enjoy Twitter. I just deactivated mine. I will not be reactivating it. Enjoy.
I deactivated my account and deleted the app. That's what I think of it. Fuck Elon Musk.
Today, Twitter has announced that they've been bought by Elon Musk, or however you say his name. I'm not interested in staying on Twitter anymore because of this, and I think there's a lot of people that are about to leave. So I just wanted to let everyone know that you can find me here. I'm going to also share this on Twitter before I deactivate my account so that anyone who wants to follow me can find me here as well.
Hey, I did a thing today. I deactivated my Twitter account. You can too.